It's time to dad.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dads of all ages, welcome back to Time to Dad. I am joined, as half always, by my esteemed colleagues Alex, Nicholas, and Joe. This is the Dad Podcast. Very official. This is the Dad Podcast for dads, by dads, everything dads. This episode, we welcome back Joe. We're going to do a little bit of a round table here, talk about some dad topics. Joe, how is life going? You have the youngest. It's Joe. Joe has the youngest kids in the group, right?
I think now,
yeah.
Barely.
By
Him and Alex are close,
Barely.
but I think Joe won.
How is young dadding? Young dadding's a different sport. I'm gonna say that right now.
I'll be
young
honest.
Dadding,
I love it.
young dadding. Joe, let me hear it. What's going on?
Young dadding. I'm not gonna lie, I like it a little bit when they're a little bit older.
Whoa.
Like the 6 months, 7 months.
We'll do it live.
I'll agree. I'll agree with that
Right now.
statement.
Yeah, we all
we
do. Come
don't
on.
make the easy infants. You know, our first one, the first 4 months were absolutely brutal of figuring out stomach issues, constant crying. The only time he stopped crying, literally, was at night. And I know everybody's like, "Oh yeah, my baby's colic." No, like he took 15-minute naps during the day. That was it.
Shit.
And then he would crash at night because he just didn't sleep during the day. It was just cry. 15 minutes, he'd pass out. Then he'd wake up, cry, and it took us like 3 different GI doctors. 12
Was it like
different
colic and
formulas,
gas or
and then
something else?
We never really got an answer figured out. It's just we found one ready to feed formula that after 2 feedings he cracked, got it all out, and whatever it was just immediately stopped crying, and we had a new.
So
baby.
he was stuffed. It was like he was constipated.
It was no, because he always went to the bathroom fine. My wife was breastfeeding. She got rid of dairy, corn, soy, something else. I forget what it was. She was basically eating like, I don't know, freaking like grilled chicken for breakfast, and that was
I do
about
that
it.
with my dogs.
And
you give them like a rice beef
Yeah.
diet.
Brat diet. Yeah.
Bland.
don't compare your dog with my firstborn, damn it.
My buddy, I don't
Bland
recall
diet.
exactly.
The vet told me the same thing.
You're so disrespectful.
No.
Jason.
My buddy,
It's true.
I don't recall
told
how
you.
old his daughter
Kids,
was, but
dogs, wives, all the same.
she had some sort of crazy like stomach digestive issue, and they actually had to go to a specialist. And if I recall correctly, they had to put some sort of tube in her to dispense some sort of medication. And I guess it was kind of expensive, and obviously it was uncomfortable for the kid. I don't remember how old she was, but I think it was within like a couple of days of them getting all that done, the kid accidentally ripped the fucking tube out, and they had to like go back and do it all the fuck over again. And I remember him just telling me like how brutal all that shit was. But yeah, there's definitely stuff out there besides colic that little ones can end up with, and you have no clue how to deal with it.
Yeah, and so I think doctors know, and that's I think what the word colic is.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they
It's
call
like a
it.
blanket term then.
Yeah,
Mm.
our son.
Yeah. Like, oh, your baby, colic. No, he hurt his foot today.
Yeah.
That's colic. It's
Our
colic.
son had Jesus God, he was a gassy little bastard. And we talked about this before, the fucking Frida Wendy baby.
Yeah. I was very
which
disturbed
seriously
by
helps.
that information.
Dude, the only reason because no one wants to put something in their kid's fucking butt, right?
Of course not.
You don't even like putting the thermometer in there.
Yeah.
But we tried the bicycle pedaling. I mean, we tried every fucking natural method that everyone swears by to get your kid to fucking get the gas moving. And it didn't work. So we ended up with the fucking Frida Wendy baby. And we were like, wow, where the fuck has this been for the past 3-4 months.
My brother swears by it too. My wife hates it, so we don't.
It's not
We
fun,
have-
but I tell you, man,
Yeah.
if your kid ever gets super gassy and you're doing the bike and all that shit and it's not happening.
Give them Fritos and Wendy's, right? That's
I
the
don't
way
know
you're
about all
saying.
that.
Jason-
but-
Fritos and Wendy's.
No, Frida baby. The Frida Windy baby. You can get it
Right,
at Target.
Fritos and Wendy's. If your kid has a problem with their stomach,
It's a little
You give 'em
tube that you
Fritos
got to
and
insert
Wendy's.
in the
Bad
problem
rectum,
solved.
Bad.
but it will save you many a sleepless night using that little device. And your kid is going to grow up and never have a clue that you were putting stuff in their rectum. They will thank you for doing it as much as you will thank fucking Frida for making this device to help your kid get the gas out.
And then when they're 15
Yeah,
and
then
16,
you tell them, and they're
what you
like,
did.
"The fuck."
Tell them that's probably the best thing they could ever
Take
help their
pictures and
kids.
show all their friends
Oh,
of
no.
the
These
gas
kids-
device you used
Yes.
on them.
That'd be terrible.
These kids are resilient because when I have Fritos and Wendy's, my stomach hates it. But
That's
these
Taco
kids are
Bell for me,
resilient.
man.
Nowadays, kids' stomachs, iron.
Actually, dude, we have it's a Japanese steakhouse. They do the whole hibachi, the ching 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 on the
Mhm.
big
Yeah.
the big thing in front of you. I forget what the fuck it's called.
hibachi.
But they have the Japanese ginger sauce. If you guys have ever had that.
I don't think I have.
But it's like a dark sauce. It's basically, it's got rice wine vinegar. It's got a fuck ton of soy sauce. It's got onion, and then it's got ginger root.
Right.
And the ginger root, man, if you just want to clean your system out and take a good old sloppy dump, eat you some of that ginger sauce, dude, because within an hour of eating and getting home, my wife can just hear my stomach like gurgling. It's like, what the fuck did you feed me? And it'll clean you. And I think it's the ginger that does it.
Mm.
I was waiting for within a half hour. My wife's
Yeah,
taking a
shit
big
my
old
pants at the
sloppy dump.
restaurant.
That's right. That's
My
right.
wife's
no.
taking a big old sloppy dump.
No.
What's
She
more
doesn't-
dad?
she doesn't-
What's more
She doesn't
married
eat
dad
the
than
ginger
that?
sauce
Oh my
specifically
God.
because of that.
It's
So
it
they
works,
say
like
they
coffee-
say you
like
know
coffee
you're
in
with
the
your
morning.
like life partner when you start like ripping ass in front of each other. I think
agree.
to
No.
date,
I
I've
agree.
maybe heard my wife do it a handful of times.
Mm-mm.
And I'm just over here ripping them like I make $5 every time I do it.
Yeah,
like,
because you're comfortable.
I don't
That's
care.
your love language.
Yeah.
Every guy thinks.
You're
No,
like,
she
hey,
doesn't.
babe,
she
my
won't.
butt wants
she
to
won't
say
do
I
it.
love you, and then you let her.
Yeah.
Who
And
is
she'll look over
Wolverine?
and she'll be like, I heard that. And I'm like, all right, well, fuck.
No.
I had to pass gas. What do you want from me?
No. I heard Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. He was on like the Stern Show. He goes to another depth. Like he straight up would shit in the same room. They had like 2 toilets or something.
No,
They
dude.
shat
I've-
together. They
That's
shat
my
together.
private
Dude.
time, bro. Don't come around
Have
me.
you ever like really expensive
That's
houses?
love.
Sometimes they don't have a door on the like bathroom.
It's a divider.
So yeah,
It's quaint. But
no,
it's a
no.
divider.
I'm talking between
you're
the bedroom
sleeping
and
in
the
the
bathroom.
old-
There's no door.
Yes, sir.
Whoa.
Yes, sir.
That's just stupid. That's just stupid. Like there's
Yeah,
smells that should
exactly.
not go into the bedroom.
There's a privacy wall.
I don't care about the looking
mean,
or the privacy. It's the
My
smell.
son, I don't know what it is. When my wife goes into the bathroom, he's like, got to be in the fucking bathroom.
Both of my kids are like that with my wife.
And when I'm in the bathroom, he gives no fucks. He could care less what I'm doing.
Mm.
But the second she goes in the bathroom, he's got to be in there. Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Hey, let me hang out.
My
Let me
twins
play with
are like
my
that.
tub toys while you're taking a dump.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
The sheet.
That's the opposite for me. Every time I'm in there,
Yeah,
myself.
yeah.
Mhm.
I can't explain that one.
Well, you,
I
It's
haven't-
backwards though.
I haven't taken a crap at home
Who's
since
eating more
'89.
fruit
It's
at
ridiculous.
that point? I don't know. There's like like to a kid. I think you make your eyes. It's poop is about like weird things, pheromones and smells and nonsense. Alex is making this a thing. Poop is a weird thing, and you got like your kids.
Is it weird
Are-
though?
I don't
I think
know.
it's a natural bodily function. However,
But
I
it
don't
smells-
think it's a subject we really need to talk about. Especially
If my son comes in when I'm in there, he's just like, I see your pee-pee hat, and then he runs out. I'm like, God damn it, what the fuck?
I mean, we are trusted guides. It's like when I'm selling a car. I get a customer off the lot. They need to be I'm a trusted resource for them. My kid comes into the bathroom, I need to show him how to operate the equipment. If he has questions or concerns, I'm going to show you the features. This is a little advanced for you. I'm going to stand while I urinate, or I'll sit. I'm not going to take you. This is really like your fourth semester, but I'm going to involve a squatty potty. But, you know, these
Squatty
kids,
potty.
I have a squatty
these kids
potty.
need to learn. They need to learn. So there's different levels of it. If they can't watch and get involved and, you know, become part of the
But we just got the urinal for my son.
whoa, wait.
Joe, don't
urinal?
talk about
What?
rich things, Joe. Come on. Nobody's got
No, it's like a little
Yeah.
tiny ass urinal.
I just
that
got
you
my son into the
section to
bidet.
roof.
Oh my fucking hell. I did not
Fuck
know
off,
they made
Joe. You gotta
toddler
fucking-
urinals.
You got a fucking
Oh, somebody
When I
was
get
late night
home,
Googling
I'll go
shit
get
to
a
find
picture.
that.
you got a urinal in
Yeah,
your
I'm gonna
house, you
say-
motherfucker.
It's a
We got- we
it's a
got-
kid's one.
It's like
Shut
a
up,
frog
Joe. You got a
urinal.
urinal.
It's a-
Like, so is it? It's not installed. It's like a kid's urinal.
No, it suctions
Okay, all
to
right.
the wall, and then you pee in it, and then you take it, and you dump it into. So he goes back and forth what he wants to use, like because his friend had the urinal,
What?
right? So he loves peeing in it at his friend's house. So we bought one, so he would start
That's
standing up
pretty
and
cool.
peeing. So he was using it for like a week, and now he's went back and he's sitting on the other one, and then he goes back and forth. So so the other day I was like, all right, he didn't want to pee because he's a stubborn child. So I said, all right, let's race. Who's going to pee first? I had him go in the urinal on the toilet. we got
That's some dad shit.
That's pretty fun.
But he loves it.
My,
It's like this little frog thing, and then if you get enough, it has a little spinner and it spins up the
Yeah.
other one.
What the fuck?
It's the game.
You're gonna have to
we
share
need-
this in
we
the
need to
group
link
chat.
that in
is
the
hilarious.
episode description.
When I get home tonight, I'll send the picture. I'll send
That's
the
hilarious.
video,
Solid.
and maybe we'll throw it in the Facebook time with
That's
Dad. So
funny.
Dad's can
What's
go
My son
semester-
has to
get some.
what?
What semester do I teach them about how I piss in the sink in the basement? Because I don't want to walk up the stairs and piss in the bathroom, and
That's
it's like an industrial
advanced
thing.
level.
That's next level. Yeah.
Can I
I'm
tell
gonna
you
hold
something,
off.
Jason?
That's like
This
when
is
your
what-
son
I'm
has
gonna
his
hold
own
off.
kids level.
Listen,
hold
time
off.
out, coach. Time out, coach.
Yeah, that's like middle
Wait,
school.
wait.
Time out,
I,
coach.
re- I remember being like
Flag on the play. Time out, coach.
7 or 8 years old, and at my grandfather's house in the garage, he had an oil funnel and a tube that went
Yes.
right out the side of the fucking garage for when he's out there working on shit, and you just don't want to walk all the way back to the house.
Dude, I lived in
And
a
he
house.
showed me that because I told him I had to go pee, and he walks me over to the corner of the garage, and he's like, "There you go." I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" He's like, "That's
Oh
where
my
you go
God.
pee." Different,
I lived-
simpler times back then.
I like how we talked about a urinal, and a urinal means rich. Like, no, that's
Well,
like
he
a
thought
half
you
a toilet.
literally
You
meant
can't
like
shit in the
a
urinal.
like
You
a
installed
built-in
the
urinal.
fucking-
I know.
plumbed
I know.
up.
But
I thought in your Manhattan penthouse,
I know. But like,
you put a fucking bidet and a urinal and a fountain
I just-
with
I just
Hawaiian
like that's where-
punch and
You
shit.
won't catch
Like,
me using a bidet.
that's like
I
They do
used a
urinals 'cause they're
bidet in
cheaper.
Japan, and it was the most magical thing to ever happen to my butthole. Okay,
Nah. Nah,
it was
Well,
the most magical thing.
uh,
And you know what?
different strokes for
Nick,
different folks.
listen here, Nick. If you ever go to Japan and you sit on their toilets to do your business, guess what, Jason? Nick? They have
Like
heated
it,
toilet
Nick.
What
seats
I
for
do.
you. They have heated toilet seats for you.
Well, that's
Are
fine if you
too
want to heat my
good
ass
for
cheeks
heated
up, but I don't
toilets?
need a whale blowing water up my asshole
What's
after
the
I take a shit.
temperature?
It's
What's
warm
the temperature of the water?
so it doesn't
How
violate.
There.
I
What
couldn't
happens
tell
when
you.
you're
It's
not
warm
positioned
enough
right
to-
and it just blasts your nutsack with fucking 90 psi water or whatever?
Well,
it uses?
listen, that
did
didn't
I
happen to me.
I didn't slip
As long as it's
in
90
my-
degrees, I'm listening. I don't know. Like,
It's
what are we saying?
Like you have to sit.
It's warm
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, what
I
happens
don't
when you're
think
not
you
sitting
could
right
sit
and it just
wrong.
launches a stream across your bathroom?
Then that's
It's a
like a
teachable
whole lot of your
moment
fault.
for your
Yeah.
son.
I'm not a
It's
big
teachable
guy.
moment.
I think it's a great thing. I think it's a
Is it
nice
to
way
not
to
use bidet?
clean your butt. I think
No.
it's a nice way
So
to clean your butt.
getting back to toddlers and potty training, my son is
Next
currently
episode,
in he's currently in this weird phase where he will not go to the bathroom unless he's completely naked.
I do the same thing.
So he'll tell you, he'll be like, I gotta go potty, and I'm like, cool, dude, you're 5.5 years old, go potty. And he'll be in there for a while, and I'm like, all right, I need to go see what the fuck he's playing with in there. And I go in there, and he's just butt ass naked. And I'm like, buddy, why do you not have any clothes on? And he's like, I have to go to the bathroom.
When I
And
go
I'm
to
like,
the bathroom,
no one, I don't do that. Mom doesn't do that. Why are you taking every bit of clothing you have off to go potty?
I do
think
In public?
that. No, at my house.
Yeah.
In my own
Even
home.
in public, he's trying to
Oh,
take his
no.
shit off.
Mm-mm.
And I'm
I
like,
don't do
bro,
that. That's an at-home thing only.
you know, there's
Wait, number 2 or number
Or
1?
number 2.
no, but even if
Yeah,
it's number
Nick.
2,
oh, he'll do it. Sometimes he'll do it both, but usually number 2.
even if it's number 2, Joe,
Oh, okay.
I think you're missing that he is like losing any link to his ankles. His shoes are off. He's au natural. So even if he's like
How I do
pooping, he's like, I need no obstructions.
Mm.
I'm in the
Yeah.
woods. I'm very like animalistic. I'm squatting. Which is really the way it's meant to be. You should take the toilet out of there. You need to take that kid, put him in the backyard. This time of year, you need to let your son be.
Just
What?
read it.
He
That
did pee
kid
by the
gets
tree in the
bit
backyard the
dick
other
by a
day.
Mosquito, Jason. What if that kid
And my
gets
wife-
bit in the dick by
My
a
wife
mosquito?
just looked
Then
at me
what?
like, is he really peeing in the backyard? And I'm like, well, he's behind the shed, nobody can fucking see him.
He's naked. That's how it's supposed to happen.
When he's old,
He's naked. He can
I
do
don't
whatever
think
he
you heard my
wants
question, Jason.
outside.
What happens? What happens if you are outside, Jason? What happens if
And
you
a
are outside?
mosquito bites
here
your
comes
balls.
your-
Oh.
No, not your balls. Fuck your balls. Who cares about your balls? I'm talking about your kid, your little boy who you love and trust you to let him be naked outside. What if that little kid
Well, that's when
It's
you
piss
teach him to
outside.
use the hole
It's
in the
bit
undies
in the
versus
dick,
pulling everything
and then-
down.
he's crying, and you don't know how to make him feel better because he got bit in the dick, Jason? What do you do then?
Yeah, because my kid's the first person who's
They don't have
ever had a
mosquitoes up
mosquito bite his dick while he was going to the bathroom naked outside. My
Here,
kid,
bud.
the first one.
Let
That's
me,
life.
Let me
Life-
say something.
Sometimes
I'm
life hits
38.
you hard in the dick mosquito.
Listen.
That's a lesson for all of us. to learn.
Listen,
Sometimes life hits you hard in the dick with mosquito.
yeah. You
And
know
you
how many
learn a lot.
times I've been bit in the dick in my entire life?
Look
And
how
I've
not-
peed outside a lot.
I don't know where this is going.
I've peed outside a lot, and I've never, in my entire 38 years of living on this earth, I've never been bit in the dick. But what if that happens to your son, man? Think
Small
about
target, man.
You
Sounds like a
just
small target.
reinforced. Joe's in the business of math and probabilities. You just
Joe,
explained
help
to
us
me
out.
the
Help us
very
out.
low
Where's the
percentage
science on
chance
this?
my kid's getting dick.
It sounds a little out of
Alex-
his wheelhouse.
Alex, how old are you?
I'm 38, bro.
I don't know the last time I've done treating on mosquito.
But what's the
38
probability?
years.
Take us to
Um,
school.
38 years, 0 bites of the dick by the mosquito. What's
Well, you can't go by the years. You'd have to go by how many peas you've done on
all
per
right.
year.
How many
Hundreds
times you pissed
in
a
my
day?
life, my dude. Hundreds of peas outside.
How many
nature.
times outside? How many times outside squatting?
Never squatting.
If you're
Never
peeing, you're
squatting.
not squatting.
Never.
So
squatting.
now you've
And then you'd
increased
have
the
to go,
probabilities exponentially. So you went from a 0% chance
what-
to it's never happened and we don't know. We have no control group.
And what state were you in when during these peas, and what
Yes.
season? Because mosquitoes are only out there on the season. So now we're
Kentucky,
changing a lot of probability.
Kentucky, South Carolina, North Carolina,
This is mosquito countries.
Alabama,
California, or they don't allow
California. There's not that where I grew
that.
up.
They're pretty
there's not too
strict
many.
there.
No, there's not too many mosquitoes.
They got-
Honestly,
they
not
got rid
like
of-
where I'm at here. You know what I mean? But I've pissed, and even in other countries that are tropical, I've pissed outside. And the times
St.
that I got
Louis, where
bit,
they don't allow music.
the
Go on.
times that I got bit in the dick were zero. Different countries, different states in America. Zero
Where's this
times.
stemming from? Somehow you were
I have a
traumatized. Did something
question
other than a
about it.
mosquito bite you in the crotch?
No.
So you have just gone from asking me how I'm going to handle a traumatic moment where a mosquito bites my child's
Yeah, That's exactly what I
orifice,
just said.
even though you
What do you
then
do?
went on a soapbox for 5 minutes about the probability of a mosquito biting anyone's 38 years worth of pissing and dicking being a 0% chance.
Listen, I see where you're going with
What?
this, Jason, and I don't
Come
like your
on,
attitude
man.
about it.
I
okay?
agree with him. I agree with him.
I mean, let Nick's kid piss naked. If he wants to be free,
Okay.
have
All right,
no.
Nick. You know what? Don't
As
listen
he
to me,
gets
Nick.
older,
Don't listen to me, Nick. You'd let your kid
Well, he
do
doesn't do
whatever
that
he wants
outside.
naked.
Outside, he'll just drop
yeah,
trout.
go outside, man. It's summertime in
You
Virginia.
you want me to tell
God
you an awkward ass moment is
Yes, tell us everything.
so before I got the kayak, we would obviously go fishing, but we would fish from the bank. And we'd be out there a few hours, and he's like, I gotta fucking go pee. And I'm like, all right, well, let me find a tree that's kind of like hidden from the rest of the lake, because there's a lot of kayakers and people in boats and
Mhm.
shit going by. Now I tuck him behind this tree, and I'm like, all right, do your thing, buddy. Let me know when you're done. And just about the time he drops trow and is full fucking mooning, like 6 kayakers come by, and they're all just looking. And me, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's nature. Like, what, you want me to walk him a mile back to where we parked to the fucking put? No, he's a goddamn toddler. But they're all like looking over there, and I'm looking like this creep show to them because he's just fucking pissing up beside a tree. But
you said this all happened at the bank. Joe's like, what's the interest rate at
on the bank where we were fishing? Why are you always giving Joe a hard time?
Go on.
I don't think you
You
can
deal with
pick
more
on Joe.
You're the one that
bank.
started at the bank, Nick. All right, Nick's talking about the bank.
Wrong bank.
Joe's at work. He's like, what bank is
you
this?
gotta work on
What's the
listening for
residual
context,
value
sir.
on this story? Go on. No, I'm with you though. I'm with you.
I let him pee.
Listen, let him pee. He's a kid.
You know what?
Let him
I
Fuck
agree.
anybody who's like
You
trying to
convinced
stare.
me. Yeah.
All right, how about this?
If they're
So we have
staring,
a-
you should shoot them with something like a rubber.
Who
We
can,
have
you
a,
can literally arrest them for staring at that. Honestly,
Well, I
We
would
have
say
a,
shoot them with a rubber bullet because
No,
they
so
shouldn't
we
be
have a little like county run park. It's got a playground and some hiking, little walking trails, and shit. And we have a neighborhood Facebook group, and in that group, guy that lives 2 houses down from me the other day posted that he went into the men's room, and there was an older guy in there, no fucking pants on, just at the sink.
Whoa.
And that is the shit I will, to this day, I won't let Emerson. I mean, he's too young. I wouldn't let him go in a bathroom by himself right now.
Yeah.
But even if he was 7, 8, 9 years old, I would check the fucking bathroom because of shit like that. Because he is a kid that's much older in that age range, and I don't know if he went in the bathroom to go as well, or if he just sent his son in and his son came out and told him. But I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, I'm sure the guy was, I think he was homeless and just giving himself a hippie shower. And I'm like, yeah, but that's still not okay to be a fucking grown ass man in a public bathroom with no fucking pants on, right, literally within eyesight of a kid's playground is not fucking okay.
I think
And I've heard a
lot.
lot of shit like that and seen a lot of posts where there's sketchy shit like that. So
Yeah.
fucking check the fucking public restrooms before you send your kids in there, even if they're perfectly capable of going to the bathroom on their own.
I do Pistons.
There's always, every time we'd go to the beach, there was like by our Robert Moses is the beach, and every time as a kid, if you went in the bathroom, there was always naked old guys
What?
in there.
What?
every single time.
Like changing or
Always,
just
like,
like
it was-
standing there with their beans and Frank hanging out?
I mean, they weren't like greeters that were naked. I mean, they were like, yeah. They were like, hey,
Welcome
welcome
to
to the
hand
bathroom.
towel.
Park,
Looks like you got a nice tan out there, son. You know, like
Just the
no, they were-
brambles, just like the
no,
brambles
they were-
at Central Park. What the fuck is going on?
But they were just like every time you go in there, I guess that like it was like the lockers, like there's little lockers over there. And they were just always naked guys, like every single like why everything?
Well,
Why, do your kid business, need change, get out. But they would just be sitting there all the time.
I mean, I
They
went
might
to
have been
the,
checking you out, Joe.
I'm old. I'm going to do the same thing. When I'm
Yeah.
75.
they don't give
doing
a
it. No, I'm
fuck,
just kidding.
man. I mean, you know.
No, I
If
mean,
I
listen,
make
know
it
what
to
I know.
75, I will 100% be the naked guy in the gym. If I make it to
Listen.
75, I will
I guess-
100% be that guy.
Let's go. Let's
That's
go.
like
Let's
average
fucking
life
go.
expectancy nowadays. You can
When
make
That's
I
more
pretty
than
go
that.
good,
to the-
dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. My dad passed at 50, so to me, that's fantastic. That's 25 extra years of fucking doing a lot of cool shit. And
Yeah.
hopefully be covered in nothing but tattoos by then. At 75, I would hope I'd be
Ooh,
covered.
those are gonna look good.
Goals, dude.
Little saggy eagle on the bicep or something.
Hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
When I go to the gym now, there's an ashamedness of my, like, I'm still in a mode of, you guys, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you take a shower, like, if I go to the gym once a fucking month, when my fat ass decides, like, I'm gonna go to the gym, like, I take a shower. If I'm taking a shower at the gym, I'm not like feeling it to just like, I'm fucking naked walking around taking a shower, not like at the gym.
Yeah,
But at
'cause you're not
70 or
75.
no, dude, you
I can
earn
tell you,
that.
nobody gives a fuck in
earn
that
it.
locker room, though.
Because my
That's
dick
true.
at 35 is the same as 75. It's just honestly smaller and more shriveled at 75, probably. But at 75, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit what you think about me walking
You should
around
feel that way
naked.
now, though, dude.
No way.
It's
Why
just
do you?
not.
Why do you give
It's
any shit?
unnatural.
I'm
It's unnatural. There's a
too
period.
self-conscious about that.
Y'all
There's
gotta
a
work on
period
that.
between 5. How old is your kid, Nick?
5.5.
There's a time between 5 and 75 when you no longer want to walk around and show people your dick. And that's
I don't-
dad talk.
I mean, maybe it's
101.
just me doing all the sports I did in high school where you had to
Yeah.
shower and shit, where just nobody gave an absolute fuck. But it really
Yeah.
doesn't. Honestly, I am more shy about just like strolling around the house, like from shower to bedroom or vice versa, in front of my wife, like completely fucking naked with all the lights on. I'm more self-conscious about that than I would be like getting out of the
think-
shower and worrying if I flash somebody the D while I'm trying to dry myself off or something.
Well,
You guys
don't
aren't
make
I'm
me
more
sound-
self-conscious about
Don't
that.
make me
'Cause
sound
that-
like a pansy, Nick, because I used to shower with like 20 other dudes in the military. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's not that,
Yeah.
like,
I mean, nobody gives a
yeah,
fuck.
I don't care, but I still don't want to do it. I still want to shower naked.
It's not comfortable. I'm not saying it's comfortable, but you shouldn't give a fuck what anybody else thinks. If you know,
It's not
Yeah.
about giving a fuck, Nick. It's about
What is
being
it about?
naked with another dude next to you. And
Yeah,
it's like, hey,
naked.
man,
You
don't
got
be looking at my
homophobia,
sweet
sir.
body over here. Don't be looking at the
That's
sweet
No,
body
no,
for
homophobia.
free,
no,
sir.
no, no,
You
no.
gotta pay to play.
I think it's just like you're just not looking. Like I don't know. That's just the way I'm
yeah,
saying.
you just don't. You
It's
you
the
keep
cardinal
your
rule.
eyes directed where you're going, and if you see a dick, you saw a dick. You just keep doing what the fuck you're doing. That's the mentality of 95% of dudes in a locker room or a gym or a shower.
Yeah.
Well, I think the mentality of Alex and myself, where somewhere between 5 and 75, I don't want to show people my dick, is the same thing that someone like Nick, who is like a wrestler, whatever, you don't want to take a shit with your wife. Like, I mean, somewhere between there. Like,
a true
sometimes
statement.
you want to take a shit with your wife. No, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk around naked because I don't give a fuck in
I
front of
think
some
Jason
dudes.
just rethunk my thought for me because he's right. I'm definitely more comfortable doing other stuff.
You
with my wife.
pooping in front of her, but you're not walking around.
No. She does it in front of me. I would never do
Ugh.
that in front of her. I could never do that to her. You know what I mean? It's a very private thing for me to do. Same
That's
thing
because
for a
women don't
shower.
actually fart or take shits. It's
Well, that's a lie. I can tell you
Well-
that firsthand,
They
my
don't do
friend.
it.
But
Yeah,
what I'm
well.
saying is, it's a
Butterflies and
private
unicorns.
time.
That's right.
It's
So
a private
today.
time for me, and I treasure that private time, alone time, for me. Right? I don't want
Is it-
anybody in there.
how long does it take you to take a dump and get out of the bathroom?
Like 30 minutes, dude.
God
And
damn!
And it's not because I'm pooping for that long. I'm pooping for like 30
What are you
seconds. And
doing for 30 minutes?
listen to what I'm about to say, Nick. I'm going to educate you on people like me,
I'm
myself,
waiting.
and I. So I take it.
You're like my wife's
I do the
husband
business.
or my sister's husband.
I do the business. I flush because you don't want to sit and smell your own doo-doo. And then I'm on my phone.
Yeah, that's when you just get off the commode and leave the bathroom.
I'm on my phone, Nick, and I lose track of time. I
No,
lose track of time.
no.
I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok.
Dude,
I'm on Facebook.
If there was
I'm
a
on
award
all
for
the
like
things.
fastest
And this is
shits,
why you
I
can't
would
touch
win
other
it.
people's phones. That's it.
I don't,
That's why you
dude.
can't
I
touch
go in the
shouldn't touch other
bathroom,
people's
I
phones.
shit, I
Ever.
piss, I wipe my ass, wash my hands, and I'm fucking out in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's at work. That's a work
I would
poop,
say,
dude. That's a
yeah.
work poop.
No, it's not. That's just
And you-
taking a
you-
shit and leaving the
You handle your
bathroom.
business and you get out, right? That's a work.
Yeah. Well, it's a normal poop.
I would say normal, like good. 30 minutes is a long time.
There's no denying
I
it,
don't
Joe.
want to
I'm
sit
not
on it.
denying it. I'm not even arguing that that's a long time.
No,
I'm just saying.
I'm not
I'm
saying
just
denying
saying
it.
this is my private time for me to me. It's a gift from me to me. And
Of
it's
all the
usually-
places in a fucking bathroom, though,
I couldn't tell you why. It's a very comfortable place.
If the kids get
Yes,
alone,
the
then
wife
you got
is
to do
gone.
what you
The
got to do.
kids are gone.
You know?
There's no dogs around me or in front of me, and it's just me alone with my phone and my thoughts. You know what I mean?
weirdo.
I think about stuff, very smart or very dumb things, but I'm thinking, processing. I'm contemplating life while also taking a poop and playing on my phone.
Do you do the Silva method when you're on the shitter?
You know what? I kind of do.
But-
No, I don't. I do it when I go to bed.
Jason
sometimes
disapproves.
during the day.
Now he's trying to figure out if he's ever done it while taking a shit.
Have you done
I
it?
mean, on my phone? What, have I ever been on my phone taking a shit? Isn't that like a requirement?
No. The
doing
Silva
Silva
method
method shit
while
while
you're taking
taking
a
a
shit.
shit.
Oh no. I wish I had enough like consciousness to do Silva method anytime other than if I fucking wake up. It's like I'm Silva methoding as much as I go to the gym at this point. It's like
Wow.
once a month. Like I'm not.
I'm
It
disappointed
fell
in
off
you.
the
you should be
wagon, sir.
I'm disappointed in you, Jason.
There's a discipline. Yeah, you should.
I
be.
do
Come
it
on,
like once or
Jason.
twice a week, dude.
Come
I'm
on.
disappointed in you. You're the
Oh.
one who taught me.
The
about
grasshopper
Silva
has
method.
become the teacher.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wax on, wax off.
Come back
Well,
to me,
I don't
my son.
disapprove
Come
of
back to me, my son. To the Silva method, we shall go.
When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Go back,
it.
Jason.
Yes.
Come back.
Go back.
When the doors of perception are
Reunite and
cleansed,
fly with
everything-
me.
Everything will
Going back.
appear as they really are, infinite.
Now, do your kids take cramps with the door open, or do they make you in there? Do they
No.
do
My
it by
son
Yes.
refuses
themselves?
to
What do
wipe
they do?
on his
Doors
own.
Doors open and somebody's wiping.
He'll close the door. He doesn't
Mine-
want you in there.
I don't
But
know, Joe.
I gotta
I'm in
help
the same
wipe.
boat. I'm in the same.
Okay, see, my son wants the door open. You stand outside and play with a car.
But that's
Damn,
fine.
every
you
time.
got
You
him.
do.
You got him. I was trying to
Careful,
get him
Joe.
earlier. Good job, Joe. You did it.
Joe, is that going to carry over to when he's like doing the right thing and donating like sperm later in life? Is
Whoa.
that, like, Dad, I'm going in here. You play with a car outside, and I'm gonna go do what I gotta do. This is for future generations. They're all going
That's-
to be accountants.
What did you break it
Well,
up
listen, I
into?
think
Semesters? That's like semester Joe's dead. Like,
What semester does
you don't
Joe
help
teach
your
kid
kid with
about
that.
doing a sperm bank donation?
That's like you could make like $1,500 a month
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
dude.
donating.
Well,
sperm.
Joe, is that what you're
Hard
pitching your
lobby.
clients?
Is that what you're doing, Joe?
That's it. Listen, hey, whatever you got to do
Dad.
to retire financially.
And then 20
free,
years from
right?
now, you
That's
have
it.
like 50 kids showing up. Do you watch that documentary?
Mm-mm.
Is that the thing?
It was
Well,
like
I
20 something
that
different
you-
kids.
No.
the man?
You,
Yes.
You got a.
No.
They got a bad lawyer.
Who got a bad lawyer?
Like you signed some official shit before you fucking
Yeah.
jerk off.
Yeah.
You
in a
sign
car.
but
official
the
shit, but
doctors
there's
that
nothing
work
saying
there
you can't
throw
get your
their swim in
DNA tested. And if the biological father has also had his, there is no NDA signed by like a 23andMe or anyone like that that says we have to hide this information. So if they match them to him, there is no legal
Yeah.
issue there.
All right, dude. Like
And that's
this
that's
kid
how
shows
all
up at
these
my
kids
door,
found him.
Like,
Well,
bro,
he doesn't
lawyer.
owe him anything. But the point is,
No.
he's got 28 fucking kids that were
cool. Let's go get fucked
brought
up.
about
Like,
by in
whatever.
utero or whatever fertilization issue.
So let
I
me teach
wouldn't
you what I
mind
taught my
having
other
28
kids.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I
I'd be
obviously
like,
I
This
no,
wouldn't
guy
wanna
didn't.
take care of them,
It's a
but
really weird documentary, right? Because you're never expecting to
That is
hear
kinda
from these
weird.
kids. But
mm,
this day and age with tech, and I say they're kids, but they're all like 18, 20, older now.
yeah, but
They're
you're
all
getting as
adults.
his
Yeah.
children. Is that what you're saying?
They're not his children though.
If he
No, they're
donated
not.
the
That's right.
sperm
In the
and
legal
he
sense.
became
That's
the
right.
dad and he's their father.
Legally, these are
Yes,
people
father
that
in quotes.
wouldn't have existed. They wouldn't have existed without your fucking ass. And you know what?
He brings a good point.
Lawyered. I don't know. You want to hang out? Like, you're welcome.
But what do you need a
wanna
lawyer
fucking
for?
Yell at
A lawyer
me?
can't do anything.
Because no, legally you have no responsibility other than to say,
No,
hey,
that's what I'm
cool,
saying.
Who are you?
There's no
It's
responsibility,
weird.
but let's say you donate. Now you're a 50-year-old man with these 18, 19, 20-year-old young adults finding out that you're their biological
Was there-
father, and they're
Wait.
reaching out
Was
to
there-
him.
I would be
Was
stoked
there-
that my sperm is coming back to
Yeah,
their
dude.
father and wanting to
Yeah, well,
know
that's
where
not-
that came
dude.
from.
That's not 100%
I-
the way the documentary went at first.
I
but
would be so
Yeah,
happy
yeah.
if I fathered 28 children and at 50 they were coming to me and saying, Papa, I come back to you.
Well, then you should
it
definitely
wasn't
go
like
get
that.
sperm
Though.
donor.
I'll find the
No.
documentary name. You'll have to
Yeah,
watch
send it in the group because
One-
I'm just talking shit over here.
Yeah.
One question.
no.
One question for each of them
Oh, God.
individually.
Did we lose Alex?
No,
Oh, he's back.
No, I saw it.
Came
He
back.
swapped.
He's-
I just want to know,
He's
each
under-
of them can come to me one by one. I mean, my brain only works at a certain speed. One by one. Thank you. Come here, my son, my daughter, my life. Listen, was your mom hot? And then they show me a picture, and I decide who I'm hanging out with.
I would
Then
be
and
like,
there.
yes.
Yeah, but now you've got. Let's say you were younger when you
I had
donated,
Joe on a
and these
string.
kids are much
what's he
closer
gonna
in age to you, and now you've got your own younger, kind of middle-aged family, and then all these people start showing up, and now you've got to explain why the fuck these complete strangers are showing up.
I see what you're saying, but
But
I
I-
still think that
Yeah.
would be a cool
Yeah, I'm
situation.
not gonna lie,
Oh,
one
all right. I think it'd be awkward as fuck, but
Yeah, there's
One
no
would probably
arguing
be
about
Alex
it
and I.
being
It would-
awkward or not, but I say that would be cool that to find out that I fathered like 50 or 60 kids, I would be like, dude, you came from my balls? That's so fucking cool. You know what I mean? Because like
I don't know about that.
like you wouldn't normally
I'm not
be
gonna
able to
say
do that with in your own life, right? You wouldn't normally be able
Yeah.
to do that. So to just have that the artificial assistance, if you will, to spread your seed to more ladies,
oh,
I'd be
it's
stoked.
cool. It's cool. I agree, and I'm
Yeah.
glad there are people out there that can do that for people. But at the same time, it's just like
You could
that
do
can
that for
flip your
people.
kind of whole world
That's
upside
tough.
down.
You could do that for people right now. I believe in you. If you go.
Good. Do
Thanks,
it for people
Jason,
right
for
now.
believing in me, bud.
It is a very interesting concept, and the fact that you could do that and make money from it, and it's just, and then people got to pay for it after. So not only are you paying for it to get it,
Yeah,
then
wasn't
other
there like
people
a
gotta pay to get
song
it.
in like Moana or whatever, like the Hawaiian thing? It's like, what can I say except you're welcome? Like
Jason,
that,
you're
like
on
they
some-
show
That
up.
was Moana.
Come
Yeah,
on,
that was
man.
Moana.
Like, come on.
Uh,
Like,
the
was
good
your
old
mom
rock.
hot? Was your mom hot? Because I probably wouldn't have banged her normally, but through some science and me being real generous with my seed, you're here, I'm here, your mom's still
Yeah.
hot. What can I say except you're welcome? But
This is the second
Like-
episode where Jason has sung, and you know what? I'm here for it.
Every episode,
Not gonna lie, it's
Jason
Your
has
voice
to do
ain't
an
bad,
acapella of a Disney song for the rest of this podcast's existence.
no, I did Miss Rachel last episode, Joe.
Yeah,
Y'all
he
check
did.
it
Yeah,
He did the
But
rainbow.
I don't
song.
like Miss Rachel, so you're gonna have to stick to
I'll
Disney.
stick to Disney songs. That's
Yeah,
fine.
Disney's cool.
What's my
Yeah, we don't do the
Was that
Miss
Disney or
Rachel.
Pixar?
We don't do it.
Isn't it
Yes.
both?
It was Disney. Had to be
Same
Disney.
shit, different urinal bidet combo.
everybody
with
fucking
Ed
owns
Joe's
everything.
fucking magic mansion, whatever he's got over there.
He doesn't have like a $5,000 bidet that we know of. So
I don't even know what it was. It was probably like $14 on Amazon. My wife
I'm
ordered it.
ordering
It's a
one,
freaking
man.
frog urine.
Yeah, I got.
I might
I'll
use
get
it.
it. I'll find. Yeah. Well, what we'll do is we'll set it up. We'll put a. What do you do? Those affiliate links.
Yeah.
Put it on the podcast
And we'll
channel.
make
People
$5.
will order. It'll be our first
That
time
would be
to
amazing.
dad.
I think
product
one of our
endorsement.
smarter individuals in the group should do that for us, because that is actually a great idea.
I mean, listen,
I'll do it.
it was he
Does
loved
it have a
it. It
sweet
helped him.
name
Like,
like
he
the
was like, you know,
TPTP or the PPTP?
I
I
think
have no
whatever
idea
you're
what
doing,
that means.
you should definitely market that and sell it under Time to Dad
Yeah.
podcast.
Doing it.
I
think we
think we
did.
should.
I think we
And,
found the first merch item.
We'll get it on there. The dads you could order through our affiliate urinal link that we're gonna create
Now available
eventually.
at Bucky's.
And that's it.
Buc-ee's doesn't carry urinals unless you steal it from the bathroom.
Oh my god!
Bucky's.
But you know
That
what?
could be a
Maybe
good one.
we
That could be
could convince Bucky's to carry it for us, and then we still become bajillionaires. You know what I mean? They're only
Yeah.
getting bigger. They're only getting bigger.
True. There will be in Virginia within the next year. You're welcome.
Buc-ee's.
Anyways,
Did
thank
we
you
talk
guys for
about-
hanging out. Oh, what?
Still
Oh, what?
Krispy
Jason
Kreme
had something.
McDonald's. Krispy Kreme McDonald's.
No.
Krispy Kreme McDonald's.
No one wants a
Listen
donut
here, man.
fucking burger or whatever they're slinging.
Can I just say that
They can't
I-
even keep their fucking
McDonald's-
ice cream machines running. You think I
That's what I
trust
was
them with a
gonna
Krispy Kreme donut?
this is what I was
a
saying?
Krispy Kreme.
McDonald's is going to find a way to ruin Krispy Kreme for the rest of us. I promise.
Yeah. Because they're going to
Yeah.
put the actual Krispy Kreme stores out of business. And then you're going to
No,
go to
no,
McDonald's and
not
they're going to be
that.
like, sorry, the fucking donut machine's broken.
First, Nick ruins creaming for everybody with this documentary about being a dad to illegitimate children, and now McDonald's Krispy Kreme. Let's just end it there. Let's call it a day.
I was going to end it before you
Jeez.
started jibber jabbering
You
about
guys are putting
Krispy
me in a
Kreme
bad
McDonald's.
All cream. Hold your
Come
horse.
back
Go
to
eat
the
some more
silver
pizza.
method. All will be well.
Yeah, that's why you're off. You haven't done your Silva method today.
That's it.
Come
Angry
back.
Jason.
What can I say?
And your
Well,
lawn's
well,
dying.
you gotta go
Well
sell
done.
Make you feel better.
All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We may put that link in there if your kid needs a urinal to help them learn how to potty standing up. Let's do that. Happy to help. We might put the Frida Windy Baby in there too, because that's
Yeah,
a
do that.
magical little tool, however uncomfortable it may be. But thank you guys for hanging out with us. Another awesome episode of Time to Dad. Like, subscribe, check out the Facebook group, and we will catch you on the next episode.